Oh, look.
Look how cute.
Okay, that's enough of that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Ashley, how are you feeling after teaching yoga tonight? You had 11 people in your class.
Felt pumped, but I was trying not to let my ego take over. I was trying to be humbly grateful for manifesting.
You make me sick. Why? I'm going to be humbly grateful. And
I'm learning to be grateful for things that I have, because when I'm in a constant state of need and not abundance, then shit doesn't go right. I
But-
end up
see, I look at it completely opposite. If you're willing to put in the work, you know you put in the work, and you're grateful because you just are a grateful person, like, first of all, you shouldn't be living in lack because you have all your needs are met. You go to work, you put in the work, you show up for all the duties you're supposed to do in personal, business, and financial. Did you miss your electric bill?
no.
Okay,
didn't.
so case closed. You have to develop. Well, you don't have to. You can stay a loser, but it's important to, especially like coming through addiction.
Yeah.
It's important to develop a sense of the new you and start seeing yourself in that light as soon as possible.
Agree. I have like more than I could ever have imagined before, but it is like this constant process of refining, like remembering that I'm here and not back there.
You have dementia.
Yeah.
Do you,
Do you ever get like, you almost like forget that your life's so good and that you're in this space, and you kind of like think that you're the person that you were before for just a minute?
no.
Okay. Well, it still happens to me on occasion.
You should buy more unicorns. When you're surrounded by this much magic, how could you forget that you're anywhere else but...
Not when I'm here with you, Geno.
Okay, but like even in my personal life, like I don't have times where I just let myself sit idle.
Yeah.
If I like have an inclination that my mind's drifting off, like, oh, it's on. Bluetooth in the car, screaming, something is screaming at me through a YouTube video. Get up
Yeah.
off your ass and make your dreams come true. La, 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 la. Like, yeah. You're the
Yeah.
weakest link. Everything starts and ends with you. It's all your responsibility. You have to do it. Da-da-da, pull up your bootstraps. And that's all I hear all day long, every day.
Yeah.
Because the reality is, you got to do that if you drift back to that place of old.
Well, here's my experience today that out of the blue, my kids are both sick with fevers, and I'm like, I'm going to yoga, I'm going to work, I'm like coming to the podcast and everything. And for a split second, it's like, no.
Can
I
you
should
turn
be
her mic
home.
up? Mic 2, can you turn it up just a little?
I get that thought, like, I should be home with my kids and forget my dreams, and I'm just going to, do what I've always done forever. But then I see you, or I go to yoga class and I get put back into like my direction, to like my North Star, that I'm going to be an entrepreneur. I'm going to be a holistic coach. I'm, a yoga teacher, like, and I'm a new Ashley. Like, I do think I might need a new name.
You sound so much better when you lean into the mic like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
To like completely embody this new person.
I told you I've changed my name twice. You should do it.
Thinking about it.
It's all legal. Like you should. It'll give you
What
a
do you
new.
think my name should be?
You don't want to ask me.
Oh, no.
Like I'll name you like Bonquisha or something. Like something crazy. I'll be like, you really need to take a chance on yourself and jump out there. Oh, I mean, hell, I tried to turn into a woman. So, it's like, don't ask me for that advice because I'm going to go to the extreme. Yeah.
But yeah, what we were talking about earlier is like that belief of just reframing all of your beliefs so that your life's going in a different direction. Sometimes your old beliefs like pop back up. I don't know how you actually just completely kill them, burn them off to nothing. I don't know.
Well, I don't even think it's like burning them off or like getting rid of them. I think it's just overriding and over, because Joe Dispenza, I talk about him all the time because he's changed my life profoundly in many ways. And one of the things that he talks about is it's just overcoming and overcoming and overcoming and overcoming and overcoming and overcoming. It never fucking ends. It's always the overcoming.
Yeah.
Because you're supposed to always be evolving, growing, changing.
Mm-hmm.
And some people aren't willing to do that, and you see where that gets them.
Yeah. Yeah.
You wake up, you do the same thing every day in the same way, and you cannot have a new reality when you can predict everything that's going to happen like clockwork.
Yeah.
You have anxiety every day you drive to work in traffic. You have anxiety every day you drive home from work in traffic. You yell at your kids at night because they don't go to bed on time. You hate fixing dinner, so you drown yourself in alcohol or substances. If you can predict your reality, you can't have a new one. So that means you have to step into the unknown and do something unknown to you. Something unpredictable has to be able to happen.
Yeah. Something that I heard recently was picking someone that has the reality that you want and doing exactly what they do.
It is all pattern recognition. That's all we do as human beings, is pattern recognition. You see a pattern that you like and you're attracted to it. That's a frequency that I believe, that's a frequency you can obtain. So you need to emulate that. That's all I do. So I don't try to be like I'm going to be the first one to invent, positive. No. I see shit and I do it.
Yeah.
And what works, I keep. What don't, I move on. And nobody even sees the shit that I don't keep because it's that fast.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I see women that have their own $1 million business that get to stay home and make their own schedule. They pay their own paycheck. They take vacations when they want to. They take time off for their kids when they want to. And I'm like, that's what I fucking want. Like, I want freedom and I want sovereignty. I want to be like my own boss.
But so let me ask you this. Do you think they work 6 days a week, 7 days a week?
No, these women have created a company that can run by itself, and they probably
How long did it take?
At least 6 years.
Okay.
I'm like on 6 months.
Okay. So you're willing to work 6-7 days a week until then?
Yes.
Okay.
Have I sit till now? No.
Because
But it
one thing I get tired of seeing is like this false hope that you can, like the 4-hour work week. Like, yeah, there are some things you can do that allow that, but it's like, very rare and unrealistic for someone that lives in like middle class America, that's a nurse or a truck driver or whatever, to get to working 4 hours a week on a sustainable amount of money in today's economy is unrealistic.
I don't
unless
want
you
that.
have really good feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I want to be able to work hard and then take a month off and go travel.
Yeah, that's great. I think all the glory. How many months are you going to take off though?
Like 1 month a year is
Okay,
like
that's
for me
great.
to
Okay.
just fuck around.
I think a month's a little too long. I think 4 days is plenty. But that's
Maybe
just
a
me.
week. 1 day a week, I get some time, and then 1 month a year, you just get to put everything down. I mean, I'm dreaming big.
Okay, if that's what you like. I like to be in the mix though, so don't count me in on your 1 month trip to wherever.
Maybe I take a trip to Europe and I meet another person for my business, It might be.
Hey, you never know. I always say you're one relationship away from changing your life. I mean, yeah, that's so true. If you look at life like that, like everybody has something to give you, and you're giving back whatever you can give, I believe that's how it works. And that leads us into what I mentioned earlier. I think we create our reality.
Absolutely.
I'm still asking myself, why haven't you created anything fucking better? But I honestly think, like, like everything we do, the way we think, act, and feel, has something to do with what comes into our lives.
When our own reality is like a delusion. It's not reality. So like.
Well, then what is? You're gonna
because we see the world through.
I'm gonna drill you on this because you gotta come up with some answer. You can't just say, "Oh, you're just in a delusion."
Well, we see the world through filters that were put in place before 7 years old.
Snapchat filters.
Yeah. So that's how you see the world. Before you were 7 years old, everything is set in place, and then you see your reality, which you can change if you decide to live in your conscious connection to life and change your life. But if you live in that autopilot, subconscious, you're going to live like a 7-year-old for the rest of your life.
Because so you said the 7-year-old thing, and I have said this many, many times. Give me a child until it's 7 and I'll show you the man. Because Aristotle said that. It was a quote from him. And they have a conference every year that is like a kind of elite conference, and it's called the First 7. And it's all about what happens to a child within the first 7 years of its life and how that programs the mind that is pretty much a sponge up until 7, 8 years old. And whatever it learns up until 7 are the traits, characteristics, and mannerisms that it takes into adulthood.
Yeah, they're actually living in like hypnotic brainwaves, so that's why they're so absorbing.
Yep.
So that's why the work that you do with your subconscious is you get into a hypnotic wavelength, and then you change your beliefs.
Yeah. Well, and like meditation, you dive deep enough on meditation.
Yeah.
And you're going to hit some wavelengths that are going to take you on a ride.
Yeah. Definitely.
I've been on some wild trips inside meditation without substances,
Mm-hmm.
and it's deep work.
Yeah.
But it's so valuable.
Yeah.
Because it makes you realize there's so much more to life than this 3D thing we're fighting.
Yeah, definitely. There's go ahead. I was thinking of a quote. It slipped my mind.
Well, the Aristotle thing, when you said that, like, the first 7 years, I preach that all the time. It's no wonder we're sitting here on the couch together. Like, I know that to be true. If you look back, like, my first 7 years of my life was chaotic, My parents were young and didn't know any better, and, first love type of shit. And it was like Appalachian Jerry Springer. So it was just wild. And, that puts a programming in a child that's really not stable and aware enough to deal with adulthood. So, and in the meantime, wealthy people are programming their children during those years for success.
Or laziness and entitlement.
Well, I don't study lazy people. Sorry.
Yeah, I agree that people that have more means to educate from a really young age and do dance and piano and all that stuff rather than play in the dirt by the semi-truck.
Exactly. Don't be getting comfy back there, Wanda.
I can do what I want.
Were you programmed the first 7 years of your life?
Probably, yes.
Pretty good, huh? You have good parents.
I do. I have great parents.
Yep. They're pretty good people. So that leads me into something else that I put in my notes that I don't even have to look at them because you just are leading me right into it. This is a hard one. Because, there are some people in this world that you're just like, I just want to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like people that just push your buttons, but then you're like, I'm a kindler, gentler, more peaceful yogi Geno these days.
Don't take anything personally.
Right. I'm not going to flatten your tires. I'm not the old me. But in all honesty, once you get to a certain awareness about life, you realize like, oh, they're just working with what they have been programmed with.
Yeah, exactly. And once you learn not to take it personally and not to, that book, The Four Agreements, it's like, use your words impeccably. Don't take it personally.
Yeah.
I can't remember the other two, but, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm good.
So I say that like you're programmed with just what you have, and you like, I get mad at people for things that they do and the way that they act, and like things that maybe crimes they commit, or leaving
Yeah.
the shopping cart out at Walmart or whatever. But and then it expands into bigger things, like when people actually hurt other people and do harmful things that just don't calculate in your mind, because like you've overcome all those things if you had them inside of you, and you don't operate like that anymore. So you look at that and you're angered by it because you're like, how could you?
Yeah.
And so I saw someone made a post about like, you just don't know what these people have been through.
Yeah. When you start to look at life that way and just be like curious about like, why the fuck would you do that? But
Yeah.
then you kind of look at them like, I wonder, like, it's almost like a puzzle. It's like, oh, this is interesting. I wonder, because they didn't do it. They did it because they thought for some reason that it was keeping them safe, or, or gaining something for them, even though it was like, they killed somebody. But
Right. Yeah. Like, or like I don't know. It's like, it's weird because you don't know, like, if you think about it, and I know this sounds like gory or whatever, but like people are getting robbed, raped, beaten, abused as a spouse, like elder abuse. There's so many things that are going on behind closed doors, and we have no clue. And then those people that are getting abused and doing the abusing are coming out and living in the real world and shopping next to you at Walmart, and like going to places that you're going, and then they act out and do these things, and we see it. We don't know the underlying circumstances,
right.
but statistics say that they're there.
What is the glasses that you're wearing? What's that guy's name?
Dahmer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dahmer was fascinating to me because the time he felt love in his life was when him and his dad were dissecting
These aren't
animals.
actually his glasses. These are mine.
But it's like that. Like, he learned before he was 7 that a connection with his father was dissecting bodies of animals. So then when he got older, he just kind of like thought that was like love and connection.
Yeah.
Or
Freaking weird.
yeah. You can
What's wrong? I just want to take some pictures. Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Horrible. But yeah, I'm just, so it makes me think. It's like all these people in Byesville. Like, I saw a guy hit some guy's car today, and he just looked like it didn't do any damage. I looked afterwards, but I was just like, what did he go through today?
Yeah.
Did his wife beat him? Or like, you just don't know. You don't,
Yeah. How hungover is he?
I don't know.
Yeah. Life gets really interesting, like when you start to look at people like that, what's going through their mind that makes them act how they do. And And then in a positive way, looking at the people that do amazing things, and it's like, how does their mind work? And, you know.
Well, those are usually the people that have had a role model that did amazing things or knows what it's like to be in the bottom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have
like
overcome.
us.
Yeah, exactly. So why do you second guess yourself then?
I don't know. I guess I revert, even though I'm consciously changing my life and myself. We live 95% of our life in our subconscious autopilot mind, unless we are like really consciously like connecting. So doing yoga, meditating, or bringing yourself back to the moment and like making a decision. So I go back to that autopilot crap because I'm not living in the moment.
So I don't know anything about your personal life at home or anything like that, but do you feel like the old you when you're at home? Like just lounging around with the kids? And
Yeah, definitely.
you gotta fucking change it.
Yeah, I
You
need
got
to
to.
live in like an
You gotta rearrange the furniture, paint the walls, take the kids to different places. Don't just stay home inside the walls with them. You gotta change it. You do not have a new reality in the avenue of your life. And it gets mundane. It takes you back to the old place. And then you have to go out and get your substance called yoga. And then you're fixed for 5 minutes and then you go back home.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah,
It's so true.
it is true. Yeah, that's probably the last area of my life.
Because it's
Besides-
comfortable.
Yeah. You're exactly right. Yeah.
It's true.
And going to the hospital.
Yeah, but
I appreciate being a nurse, and I like really do love being a nurse.
when's the last time you looked for another job? They hire nurses other places. You know that, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I know.
Nothing changes. Nothing changes.
True. It's giving me, though, it's 7 minutes from my house. It's probably the most
Comfortable.
money, but I think it's giving me also
No,
like,
it's not the most
time.
money. It's not the most money. It's not giving you the most time because the time it does give you is not quality because you fucking hate it.
Yeah, true.
Trash.
True. I do. I like.
And it's just, see, taking the easy way out never fucking works.
Yeah.
Never. It's those who want to put in the work, take a chance, step on the ledge, blood, sweat, and tears. That's where the glory comes from. That's where the pride, the glory, the ego, in a good way, that
Yeah.
all develops from actually getting the cuts, bruises, falling down.
Yeah.
It doesn't come any other way. And then you question it because you didn't earn it.
Yeah. I don't even want to get into this, but I don't think that I don't think there's any job in this current medical environment that I would like. So right now it's a means to an end. I hate to say it.
I said the same thing about trucking. There's something where you can work less hours, make more money, doing what you're doing now. There is. You can work less hours, make more money, doing the same job for another company somewhere. You just haven't looked. You have
Yeah.
no new reality that can come out of that little brain of yours because you have not opened your eyes to anything else. You know how many new nursing jobs pop up in this Tri-County area every month?
Yeah.
It's just getting bigger and bigger.
You're right.
And you're in a little box.
You're comfortable.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I see that mostly
Why do you keep me as a friend?
because I don't want to live in a box.
I'm Some would call me spiritually abusive.
Spiritual sandpaper.
I treat everyone the same. Like shit.
That's no joke.
But it's not shit in a bad way. I always say it's shit like, okay, guys, like it's
Let
an even
me watch this shit off your face.
Yeah.
So I can
Yeah.
see you better.
Get up off the ground, quit eating dirt, and realize, oh wait, it starts and ends with you. There's no surprise.
Yeah. I've also been known to be impulsive and jump from like a place when I'm just because it's not comfortable. So I'm like, oh, well,
How long you been there?
Else. 2 years in July. So
You've stayed long enough. You're doing just fine there, Cupcake. See, that's the old you coming in like, and then, but it's also an excuse because it's like, just stay here. It's not risky.
True.
You still have time with your kids, and da 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 da. You only got a 4-minute drive, and it's a good wage for this area. You gotta quit. I thought you created your own reality.
I do.
Well, being damn.
Well, all right. Anyways, what's Casey doing? What's Casey
She's
doing?
like, get me out of this.
Okay,
Casey.
that's
Get
enough.
me out of
That's
this.
enough sandbagging you. But I don't know how we got there, but we did. But it's important that you apply some pressure to yourself. You got so much inside of you.
I agree. I think I'm worth more than $33 an hour.
Hello. I just don't like hearing that you have even a fucking iota of a second of like, wait a minute, you're a successful, going after that. That was foreign to me to hear you say that. So that's why I was like, like, hold on. We got to have a reflection here. Yeah. Pull it together, Mary Poppins. Oh, Lord.
So, yeah, and what we were also talking about earlier is that stress thing, that keeping stress in your body, and probably doing a job that you do not enjoy is just holding on to stress and causing disease in my body,
Yeah.
causing sickness and depression and
I don't think so yet, because I don't think you're at the point of because I believe it manifests in the forms of like regret and like like holding a grudge, regret, hate, resentment.
Yeah.
All those
Resentment's like the number one.
Well, these are all things that these are all emotions that cannot exist when you have an abundance of oxygen. And happiness, joy, pleasure are all things that have to have an abundance of oxygen.
Okay.
Enthusiasm, you have to have a large oxygen intake to have those, but barely any to have hate, regret, and scientifically proven disease cannot live in an oxygenated environment.
Like hyperbaric chambers.
Right. Why do you
Okay.
think all these rich people are buying these hyperbaric chambers now and taking oxygen,
Yeah.
whatever?
We should get some oxygen tanks on this show.
Good Lord. Yeah, I'm sure you can get some from the hospital you're never leaving.
I'm leaving it. I'm taking this.
I'm taking the
tank
oxygen with me.
You're going to get us fine. I don't think we can have oxygen by open flame, and I'm not willing to give up candles. Nope. Yeah. But honestly, I honestly believe, like, holding those emotions in, like not forgiving your past, or like it says, the Bible says, forgive our trespassers as we forgive those who trespass against us. Now, I think that's it. You have to forgive and forget and move on. People say, oh, you can't forget. Yeah, you can. Yeah. Because remembering it is only, if you can't control your emotions, it's only going to draw back up that emotional experience. And it's the emotional experience that signals the genes.
Yeah, my sponsor always says it's like you drinking the poison expecting them to die. But yeah, it's like keeping poison inside your body.
Exactly.
So.
Did you know that there's no gene that causes breast cancer?
Did not. I thought
It correlates with breast cancer.
interesting.
It is not the causing factor of breast cancer.
Yeah, and I know you can reprogram your genes. Like it's a whole science.
Well,
now.
the environment signals the gene, you know, and if you can, and what's the response of an environment is an emotion. So if you can signal your emotions ahead of the environment, you can control your genes
Yes.
and keep yourself in a good state.
Yeah, it's that book.
It's epigenetics.
Biology of belief.
It's epigenetics. It's
Yeah.
epi is above, genetics are genes. Above the gene, it's above the gene, control the gene. So Dr. Bruce Lipton talks about this.
Yeah.
And
I love him.
if you can't control your emotions, the environment overtakes you every time. And if the environment is the past remembrance of some uncle that raped you or beat your mom, your dad that beat your mom or whatever, and you think about that every time or see them every time in town or something, and it draws up those same emotional patterns, you're having the same experience. It's no different than the first time it happened. And all that distress, that stress, that anxiety is inside of you happening again and again and again, breaking down the body.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no difference between actually being in the experience and thinking about the experience. It's crazy.
So
Yeah.
that's why your thoughts matter, because how you think is how you feel, you know?
Yeah.
If I think of, kitty cats and puppy dogs, like I get a fuzzy feeling in my stomach. If I think of somebody cutting off my mom's head, it doesn't give me a fuzzy feeling. I'm terrified and it makes me sad.
Yeah.
You can
Absolutely.
signal emotions at any given moment in time.
Yeah.
But everybody's lazy or they don't know how.
Or they're
It's
like
one or the other.
stuck in front of like your post today about you spend more time in front of the TV than you do on your mindset.
Yeah.
It's like they don't even know.
I
that
don't even
they're-
have a TV in my house.
I'm ready for them to not be in my house.
You should just have tablets for the children and you should be a Mormon. No, but honestly, nothing wrong with Mormons either. But honestly, I don't believe in watching TV. It's horseshit.
Yeah, I rarely watch TV.
What is there good on there to watch?
It's like, yeah, it's straight, just toxic.
You want to watch The
information.
View? Like, you want to watch Fox News? No, it's
Right.
trash.
Yeah, you want to live in this cycle of control that the world has on you, then watch TV.
You want to watch the same thing the rest of the sheep are watching, don't you? No. Do you want to be like them? No. I want to be a unicorn. I want to go to yoga.
I want
With
to
my-
watch the
Yeah.
Geno Show.
Yeah, I want to watch the Geno Show Podcast with Ashley, Geno, Casey, and we're going to have a special guest next week. A real special one.
I wonder what I would put in all those spots in my house where the TV is. Like a picture.
Is that really what you think about? See, you want to contemplate everything. Well, maybe it's going to look bare there, so we can't we'll just leave the TV off. We'll unplug it, okay, honey? Yeah. What, bitch? Take it down. Break it. Bust it with a hammer. Like, what? Is it a TV's going to make or break you financially? No, because when you
No,
smash it with a
no.
hammer, it's going to be like one of those destroy rooms, like where you break stuff on dates and shit. And you'll release all that energy, and you'll be like, hell yeah.
I think that all
And then
the
there's no
time.
turning back, so you take all your excuses away too. But you're
Yeah.
afraid to do that. You're like,
I know. And I'm just poisoning my children. Like, why am I
you're
letting
teaching them to be weak.
Fuck. Going home with my hammer. Brian's going to come home and the TVs are going to
Oh
be...
my god.
TVs are gone and
Geno told me to do it.
TVs are gone and Ashley's sitting in the living room with a hammer.
With blood all over my hands.
But seriously, like, life is serious.
Oh my God, that would be a great.
How long have you been, tiddly fucking this idea in your head about, oh, I need to be the person that I'm going to be? Like, how long has it been?
2 years.
You've wasted 2 years, bro.
I'm ramping up here.
Get ready. I'm getting ready. They're greasing me up. I'm getting ready.
One yoga class at a time. Let's talk about you, Geno.
Yeah, Geno, why do you pick people like us to be in your
Because
circle?
I'm a fixer. I see potential.
So now we're broken.
Well,
He didn't snatch me up at that car show for no reason.
I can't breathe.
I mean, do you really have to do that?
Yeah, I just can't breathe.
You need the oxygen. Maybe these candles are causing.
I don't know. It's probably emotions and yoga. No, but honestly.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Oh, great. Yeah. So, my life, I struggle with the same thing. Full disclosure. Like today, I woke up and I was like, if you can change. Our producer gets so into the story sometimes.
I do. I get into the show and then I forget what I'm supposed to be doing.
The camera angles keep their attention, so the more you change them, the better off we are. But I woke up this morning and I was like, okay, but I knew like Friday's coming soon and we're going to quit eating sugar and carbs and drinking only black coffee, and like it reminded me a lot of prison. And so I was like,
that's where I feel like I'm going.
So I was like, oh fuck, shit's getting real. Like we're on the countdown. It's Tuesday, bitch. Get your game face on. Like,
yeah, it's the same thing as a TV in your house.
it is. That's exactly it. Only I'm gonna do mine. You're still gonna be watching your shit on Friday. I ain't watching no cartoons. Cause I know, we don't got a spreadsheet shit. We just fucking do it.
Don't challenge me.
It's a challenge because you already know what you need to do, or else you wouldn't be sitting here saying it.
Yeah.
So now you need to know you're the only one fucking yourself over by not taking action.
You're right.
It's your fault.
It's all my fault.
I have a spare tire around my waist because it's my fault.
Yeah.
That's it.
That was the beginning of my healing, was when I stopped being a victim of my environment, and I was able to forgive. I mean, I basically realized that I was the difficult person to live with in my marriage. I was the alcoholic.
It's funny you said last episode you said it was him. But it's okay. We get it. No, last episode you actually said
the opposite.
You said you accused him of being, but you were playing victim.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah.
Now,
just for clarity,
like, when I'm in my healing, I realized that, like, yeah, everything happened because I caused it to happen that way. Unintentionally, but doesn't matter.
Right.
So.
Well, you weren't as wise as you are now, and you've learned and you've grown. But don't you feel like it's time to level up? It's been 2 fucking years, bro.
Yeah. I do. So, no TVs and no.
That's
No
that's what I told
hospital.
her. I was like, look, we're literally like doing just fine. Everybody's watching us go to the gym. But it's time to level up. Like, we've hit a plateau.
Yeah.
Like, don't you want to be enthusiastic and excited about life and like have something greater to share than just like, no, I go to the gym and that's great. You know, like,
Yeah.
no, I'm leveling up. I'm challenging myself. I'm
Yeah.
evolving because this is an evolutionary life.
Yeah, that's why we're here. That's part, I think we are evolving pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I mean, every month or so I add some new venture into my life that I didn't even think was an option before,
Yeah.
But I'm still holding on to things that are weighing me down too.
Trash.
Yeah.
Uncomfortability. I love it. I love it. Back against the wall, like, all right, motherfucker, let's get this on. It's the only way you grow.
It's true. Yeah.
You're not going to grow when you're sitting there with your Pringles watching Cops or whatever you do over there in your castle. I don't know what you nurses do, but SpongeBob reruns. I don't know what you do.
Yeah, 1882 was the last one.
What are you doing? Is that even a movie? What is that?
Forget it.
Forget it, Geno. Forget it.
It's okay. You don't have a TV.
It's fine.
It's okay.
Is that the year they filmed it?
It's the backstory to Yellowstone.
Oh, I like
Yeah.
Yellowstone. My aunt watches
Oh.
that.
Oh.
He likes Yellowstone.
I've never watched an episode, but my aunt raves about it, and
Yeah.
I drove my semi through Yellowstone, told her about it. So yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
I have a relationship with it.
So it's talk about being uncomfortable, traveling like the Oregon Trail to settle America, Anyways, they were the real pioneers. That's what we're going for
All
here.
right, Mary, let's hear it. So okay, neither one of you freaks have told me what the show's about. Come
I'm
on.
telling you, it's about.
Oh,
them-
it's Oregon Trail?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why didn't you say that?
And they're
Yeah.
friggin' dying of snake bites and
Oh.
Indians, and they're having sex with Indians.
No.
Oh, yeah. It's
Yeah, I'm
good.
still not watching. It's trash.
I really never watched it. I've only watched Yellowstone.
But those
Yeah.
people worked fucking hard for life to, like, get to their land on the
What
other
makes
side
you
of the
think you don't
country.
have to?
I know, I do.
God.
It's a good metaphor
Break
for...
the TV.
Okay.
Work hard, Ashley.
Yeah, on ripping that TV down like it's your ex-husband. Like, you get your mouth. No. I'm sure you guys have a great
You're
relationship.
gonna throw it all away when in that trash can when you walk out this door.
Yeah.
Moving on. The past is back here
Yes.
in the rear view.
Okay, so here, let's talk about this for a second. Do you think the higher self is real?
Absolutely.
Do you think it sees you in all that you do?
I think that I have, like, a divine version of myself.
But is that the higher self?
Yeah. It's the higher self, like the soul self, the not human self that is, like, our humanness is what makes us imperfect and
Okay, you're taking it way over there.
Oh, okay, my higher self.
But does the higher self see you in what you do? It's a very simple question.
I haven't really thought about that much except for meditation where you talk to your higher self.
I'm talking about like everyday actions, like integrity.
Yes, I do think that.
Because when I think of integrity, I think of the higher self. I think I got to do the right thing all the time. Like,
Yeah.
but since I think like that and operate like that, my life seems to work out. Other than when like I cut myself, like
Yes. 100%. Yes. Like, I mean, that's what recovery has taught me is that you do the right thing if someone's watching or not. You don't lie. You know, you don't cause this like resentment against yourself or anybody else.
exactly, yeah,
So you live like a, as pure as possible.
yeah. I think that too. I operate off of that. Just integrity is so important.
Yeah.
I think people are not taught that, you know?
No, we're taught to just lie and sneak and omit information.
Isn't it like a 4-syllable word? Integrity. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a tough one. I'm surprised I got that by 35. But honestly, like, integrity was never mentioned. Was it
My-
mentioned to you
my
growing up in
dad-
fancy Connecticut?
My dad is a very high integrity man. He has always been.
Did
I
you
had
talk
really
about it?
Good parent. I had very good upbringing. Like,
Oh.
you know, white picket fence, Connecticut, 4 kids, and
Is that why you just take it easy?
probably because before I was 7, life wasn't hard.
You were never on like food stamps?
No.
Oh. Fancy.
I don't know if anybody that I knew was. Like, I lived in middle, upper class America.
Everybody I knew was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not everybody, but yeah, a lot.
Yeah, I lived in a comfortable environment. So, like, there was a lot of integrity, but there was also a lot of, like,
Bougie.
yeah.
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 That's cool. I like bougie. As long as it's a good bougie bitch and not like some mean one.
Yeah.
The nice came later, didn't it? the nice came with yoga.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's okay. I was kind of mean too. Like my end of years of high school, I was kind of like, rough around the edges.
Yeah.
But it was just ignorance, We're all like that. Yeah. No
Yeah.
big deal. I love it. I love our deep talks. So as you guys may notice, we're sitting with our backs to the window where you can see outside and the audience can gather around, which they're still not here. I don't know where they are. No, we're starting to tape on Tuesdays now. So the podcast is actually going to be up on Wednesday, right? That way it'll fall in line with the Ash Wednesdays. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's just so we have it in the middle of the week. I'm going to try to have it up Wednesdays by noon. And, yeah, it'll be fun just to get it up in the middle of the day, in the middle of the week. And, yeah, we left the disco ball in this time. That was another added feature. We're not going to charge you guys extra for it either. Okay. And what else?
I was just thinking the Dispenza said that the fastest way to change your life is to like live in integrity and tell the truth I think it was him, every time. Like you don't tell a lie. Try not to tell a lie for 48 hours and see how your life changes. Because like everything we do is.
Do you lie?
I do it without even thinking. It's like a
Connecticut thing.
Like, where were you today? Oh, I just went to work and came home, but I actually stopped at the grocery store. Like, if you actually were saying everything completely true, your life would be a lot.
You know why? Because your authenticity creates your consistency.
Okay.
Your authenticity creates your consistency. I don't give a fuck if it's win, lose, or draw. Whether your feelings are hurt, whether my mom cries, whether I don't care.
All right, that's our challenge.
I'm gonna tell the truth to the best of my knowledge, and it is what it is. It's not always going to be nice, but it's going to set me free.
Yeah.
Because my authenticity creates my consistency. Joe Dispenza did teach me that.
Yeah.
It's very valuable. Yeah.
So I'm not going to lie to anybody or myself for the next 24 hours. I'll report back.
Gotta quit watching the Lion fake news then. It's all trash. Don't get quiet now, Cupcake. Get that hammer out. I'm calling Brian.
Probably gonna use that hammer on you.
Brian, if you can hear me. Pull down the TV.
Run.
Does he watch the TV a lot?
Yeah, they're basically his TVs.
Get him out. Out. Get them out. They're bad for you. He should be down here with us, not home watching Netflix and chill. I hate Netflix. It's taken so many young ones away from us.
I hate YouTube with a passion for kids. I'd hate it.
Oh, yeah. Baby shark, baby. Yeah, I can't.
There's some weird shit.
Gotta put the parental controls on.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, well, we're getting boring now. I think we ran over on our time a little. Did we?
We're at 56, almost 57.
Well, that's longer than last time. I think it's a good place to stop. The sun's getting ready to come up. Better tie it down. All right, folks. We're going to have a great guest for you next week. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you like the new view. And I hope you like the new Ashley. She's transforming. She's like a butterfly getting her wings.
I promise I will videotape myself if I do take a hammer to my TV.
If is a lie.
She's lying.
You're either going to do it or you're not.
She's not.
I don't know. I'm still undecided.
You got to break your TV, quit your job, get a new job.
Let's just start with the job.
And you got to rearrange your furniture in your house, paint your walls. It's probably quiet in your house, ain't it?
It's pretty nice.
No, that's nice. Quiet isn't nice.
I have a yoga room, okay?
When's the last time you turned up the music full blast and danced with your kids?
I don't know.
Once, is that enough?
No, it should be every day.
Yeah. Why isn't it? Does it make you feel good?
I was on a roll for a month where every morning I danced naked before I got in the shower.
Okay.
I let out some.
What happened?
See, I went
Run
back
out
to
of acid?
My old.
What the hell happened?
Yeah, you're right. Back to it tomorrow morning.
You got comfortability. You didn't get uncomfortability. You just went right because this fucking sucks. The old pathways in the brain are the most familiar.
That's
so
true.
they're the easiest for you to fall victim to. So you have to be diligent about performing the new act over and over and over and over, even when you don't feel like doing it, over and over until it becomes normal.
Yeah. It's like these craters that are old neural pathways.
Yeah.
And then like these
And
little
that
tiny
shit
rivers.
takes a long time, like years.
Yeah.
But then, like, now I look back at, like, the old me, and I don't even, like, it's foreign to me.
Mm-hmm.
I talk about it now and, like, joke and stuff, but, like,
Yeah.
I really have no recollection. It's very weird because I've done so much positive shit that it's just taken me, like, eons away from that.
Yeah. I believe that you can change everything
Yeah.
in your life, including your genes. So.
Not your Genos. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Repetition for years. But that, you know what that requires? Work.
Yeah. Uncomfortable.
No days off. No month in fucking Belize or whatever you want to do. Trash. Like,
Trash.
3 years grind. No month
Maybe
off.
it'll be a month retreat in Belize where I'm making fucking $100,000 on rich people coming to my yoga retreat.
That's good. That's great.
Okay.
But you're still going to be a loser if you didn't put in the work.
Okay.
You're going to look in the mirror and be unhappy. Be like, I didn't dance naked before I got in the shower today. And I'm going to be like, and you're going to hear me in the background like, told ya. Yeah. I'm serious.
Just what you want. Geno.
Yeah. If nothing changes, nothing fucking changes, bro. And the only one that can change it is you. And I do every day. I change it up. I switch it up, rearrange furniture. I do whatever it takes. If I feel myself getting stagnant, oh, watch out.
Yeah.
Sally's getting some new hair, honey.
Yeah, I like it. I need to find ways to change with my children. I need to
Include
have
them.
a different. Yeah, and that's kind of my goal. Like a different type of family life and mothering and
Fun.
more, fun.
Yeah.
Fuck being a boring
Yeah.
mommy.
Because you're going to make them be like, oh, how soon can we get away from this bitch? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, she's one of them boozy bitches from Connecticut. Let's get out of here. Yeah. They're like, they were.
I mean, I do rollerblade around the house, so that I am actually pretty fun mom.
You probably are. But you could be like
More fun.
10x. Yeah.
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 Sure. For sure.
You're just doing enough to get by. You're like, I just work at the hospital enough to keep my job. Do enough SpaghettiOs to keep the kids alive. I'll watch enough TV with Brian to keep that alive. Like, no, bitch. Step it up.
Okay.
Like, we're about to lose, what, a combined 360 pounds?
Yeah.
Is that you got to give the people hope.
Okay. We're going to do a weight loss challenge on this.
Oh, we are. Yeah, we're
Oh,
going hard.
Yeah.
Friday?
I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be.
You're going to lose weight?
Yeah.
Oh, but you won't take care of your kids? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Oh, that was so horrible. I had to. I couldn't resist. That was fucking hilarious, though. No, honestly, how much do you want to lose?
20 pounds.
Really?
Yeah. Let's go.
Okay, let's do it. So I'm full disclosure. I think I'm, what did I say, 220?
Yeah, because we're the same.
Yeah. So we're 220, and we want to get down to like 175, 180.
Alright. I'm 168.
We got like a toddler to lose 50 pounds, bro.
That's like a 7-year-old.
I'm gonna have to get a chainsaw and just cut it off of us. But hey, we got 90 days to kill as much of it as we can. We're gonna vaccine it like it's COVID. Like, yeah.
I weighed 145 in high school, so that's my goal. It's like 23
Nice.
pounds.
Yeah. I weighed 178 pounds 2 years ago, and I was like cut up, like had a V, and like was like, but I didn't
Yeah.
have as much like upper muscle. But yeah, I was like slim down, and I want to get back there. I went driving semi over the road for a year, and bloop. Like,
There
oh,
went the button
yeah.
hips.
Welcome to Dairy Queen, fat ass. It was horrible, but I had a good time, and yeah, it was worth it. I got to see Yellowstone, not the show either, the real place. Yeah, so I'm excited. I can't believe you're on board.
I've been eating I do everything right physically. Like I'm pretty fit, but there's like this layer of blubber
Yeah.
over it all.
What do you think it is? Like subconsciously?
Pizza. Spaghetti.
Comfort.
I thought she was
cheeseburger.
gonna say like, oh, this past emotional trauma from a
No.
car accident my
It's-
great grandmother was in the past life in 1842. Like,
No,
but
but it all does come
pizza.
back around to the comfort thing.
yeah.
You just
Comfort food.
you get comfortable.
Yeah. Well, lazy days are over.
You know, Geno derailed from my train
Yep.
of not going to the gym, and
Geno was working 106 hours a week, though.
Geno.
It's not like
now
I just derailed and laid on the couch and watched Yellowstone.
he did. He derailed.
Yeah,
big
I mean,
time.
it's harder to cut up a cucumber than to order a pizza.
You're such a fucking fraud. I did not derail.
But you're back. You're back. We got this.
Geno knows how to prioritize goals, unlike you.
Okay, let's go.
We're
Mean
not.
it.
You're not even gonna go there right
Oh,
now.
we're there. You said I derailed. The
You
challenge
did
is on.
derail. We already talked about this the other day. You derailed off of my train because you thought you
Bitch,
needed to.
I don't know
save
what.
everybody
You don't
in the
own a
world.
train there, tranny.
So the next show, we all get on a scale in our bikinis.
Let's do it. I got hips
Talk
like
about
Shakira.
uncomfortable.
I got hips like Shakira. Bitty bitty bum bum.
I'm wearing a thong.
Ew.
If I lose 20 pounds or not.
You're gross. Ew.
Disgusting.
Trash. You're just looking for an opportunity to wear a thong and say you're a yoga teacher.
To the Cambridge
Sit
pool.
down.
Cambridge City Pool.
No. No.
Lifeguards here.
We'll be the 3 new lifeguards.
Oh my God.
Don't wear your thong to yoga.
Fit check. Do you wear thongs? That's you're trash.
Oh, we gotta cut this
That's
part.
all I used to wear. Oh fuck.
And that's a wrap.
Yeah.
On
So
that-
I didn't
on that
derail.
Disgusting note.
I didn't derail. I abandoned Casey in a
Geno.
dark alley.
We don't want to hear excuses.
It's my excuse is that I
Coming.
I went to work.
Dude.
Yeah, I don't do 4-hour work weeks. I do 106-hour work weeks. Dog on me because I quit going to the gym to make
Thank
more
God I
money.
didn't give up when you did. I
Yep.
kept going.
Oh, yep. Yep. You still came back
And you
crying
came back
for me to go
around.
with you. Best friend, get your ass in
I
here.
had to set your ass straight.
Oh, please.
Now you're focusing on yourself and getting your crap back
Right.
together so that you can go back to the gym.
Oh, here. I forgot my best friend was Tony Robbins. That's why I'm so positive because I have Tony Robbins in
gonna
my
give it-
corner.
If you're going to give it out, you got to be able to take it back.
I can always take it. Here, batter.
You're going to sit here and
They
bash poor little
say-
Ashley.
Look at the
Oh, I don't care.
your 5 closest friends, right? And
I
where you're
didn't
gonna-
bash Ashley. I just told her the truth about what the fuck's going on in her life. She knows it.
Trust me, girl. I've been there.
Yeah.
I got Geno'd.
I'm not nice. I'm nice, but it's the people I love. I want them to improve. And you guys can tell me, like, I derailed. Yeah, I did, but I had other things to do. I'm back on board.
Yeah.
Now you can tell me I'm a fat ass and I got to lose weight.
It's just tough love. We all love each other. That's why we're honest and we can.
No, don't go that far. Don't.
You just
Don't.
told me it was tough love the other day. Do I need to pull the text up?
You don't have text. You're trash. Don't do it.
Trash.
You're like one of them ex-lovers. Like, I got that text, honey.
That's right.
She's horrible. Josh, get your wife. Okay, kids. We're out of here. Peace.
Okay.
Peace out.